Hey, Roger Martin here again from Billings, Montana. I really appreciate some of the things that Glenn Beck brings up. This is really sharp, good-looking gal here. Leads a discussion with these other three guys. Boris Johnson, looked like an under-candidate like Trump. The more conservative people in Britain voted him in with a landslide. What they say, 100 years, some of the stuff that turned red that hadn't been read in 100 years. That's powerful. So beware, leftist Democrats. You're going to get your butts kicked in 2020, I believe.
And screw with it the whole time. And even people at the end who were Remain voters came out and said, look, I got to get this thing over with. I don't like the result, but this is what the people said. Honor it. I think that's a big part of it.
You're going after Brexit, I get.
Leader, rise, where it was like, okay, you idiots down there, don't worry about it because we're going to take care of you because we know better than you do how to run your country and how to live your lives. That's the liberal left, the progressives in this country. It's the same over there, over in Europe.
People are tired of the government telling them what to do.
Than the voters.
Well, yeah, there were districts, there were areas of the country that turned red for the first time in 100 years.
Wow.
100 years.
I mean, that's incredible.
Judiciary Committee. No surprise there that they all were like, yeah, let's do it based on absolutely no evidence. But
this thing about the impeachment stuff, I think is coming back and going to bite them in the butt. I don't know who this gal is, but it's reported by Mother Jones, boy. They're as liberal as they can get.
It does make a difference, does it not? If the entire argument, which he hasn't always really voiced so well, if the entire argument is this is in our national interest, it makes a big difference to say, do us a favor or do me a favor. Right, Pat?
Absolutely.
Anyhow, I don't know who this gal is. She's a little too liberal for me, not the gal on the news, but the gal that was going against Trump. There's so many things going on. This may be spreading into Belgium or Netherlands, France, Italy, other countries.
Third time in little over a century and a half, the House Judiciary Committee has voted articles of impeachment against the president. He's very, very sad about it.
Solomon said, weren't they watching golf all of a sudden?
I actually like that guy.
It's already been reaffirmed by both Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Yeah. That's not going anywhere. Yeah,
previous administrations. Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. And then.
That's interesting. Bill Clinton and President Obama both said it's not going anywhere. It's interesting. Impeachment, that is.
It's fine. I'm pretty sure they need a rear whooping. But so the parents tweeted out after the attack, sitting in the hospital with my.
This is a boy, the 14-year-old boy that was attacked by some other individuals because he was hate black kids, jumped in, whatever. Obviously, the parents need to get their heads out. I don't know why you'd give a kid the hat anymore because the foolish kids are the way they are, but nonetheless.
My 14-year-old kid, because he was just jumped by 8 black kids on the school bus. I guess that's what happens when a kid wears a Trump hat to school. Earlier today, they poured milk all over his head.
Yeah, ridiculous. Kids need to control themselves. Parents do too.
I'm like, shut up. Stop. You should not be worried about this. You should not care about this.
Oh, I remember back in like 5th grade when I was yelling at some kid that, no, Gerald Ford doesn't trip make it out on TV. He doesn't trip that much. And we got into just a brutal, savage brawl. Ugly.
But on the other side, I just want to say on the other side, though, all these other kids that were getting all violent, it's the same thing. They're getting this from their parents. They're getting it from their parents. They're getting it from social media and all that stuff, and they're soaking it up, and they're taking it to school. And it's just absolutely ridiculous how politicized we've become.
It's difficult for, I think, kids to pick up the nuance from the overall conversation. And the overall conversation is that Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler, and he hates all black people and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, like...
also, you should be attacking, well, not attacking. What did Maxine Waters say? you should be confronting Donald Trump supporters in the streets.
Wherever he is, yeah. If you see these people in the
yeah.
streets, go up to him. Yeah, I mean, so I just feel like there is that level of penetration of politics into our kids' lives is really unhealthy. I think it's been something that has been encouraged by mostly the left, though not entirely the left. I mean, I go back to Rock the Vote all the time. I mean, there was a time where it was like, we have to encourage people to get more involved in politics because they're not.
Anyhow, so some adults and some kids got to get their heads out. This is unfortunate, but it's as a state of the situation, and we need to grow up, not get violent over politics. That's just stupid. And the left especially needs to cool their jets. I think the time is coming. I think this Trump thing is a lot bigger than this nation, a lot bigger than England, a lot bigger than Europe and the Middle East. I think Trump is starting a lot of things and pushing a lot of stuff forward, and people are understanding that we're just not going to put up with the crap from governments and the real democracies and the abuses that are going on. This will spread a long ways if the liberals are pushed back into a more conservative mode. It'll go a long ways, and it'll go especially a long ways if the Democratic Party is replaced by a much more conservative group. We'll see what happens. This is going to play out one way or another, for sure. Roger Mark from Billings, Montana. This is the Blaze TV. Some interesting things. I've got to do some more study on Boris Johnson, see what he's like and what he's doing, and why he had such a great win in the UK. Good day.